Welcome to Virtually Redundant, a podcast so redundant that we don't even know what the topics are ourselves. I'm joined today by my co-host Darren and my other co-host Daniel. How has your week been, lads?
I'm now on my holiday for Christmas break, which is very nice. Kind of catching up on my games. I have a Steam Deck, as like we kind of mentioned in a previous episode, but I do use like the Xbox Game Cloud kind of service because it gives me access to like tons of games and I can play them kind of, I don't have to download anything and I don't have to like use up all my space to play the cloud games. But I've mainly been playing, it sounds silly, but it's like I have a powerful Steam Deck. And what game do I play? Fucking Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Oh, yeah.
If you've ever played kind of that game. Because like I can't be dealing with like hack and slashes anymore and run. I need it. Basically, I think the game I'm looking for is like story rich or so like I'm not saying like it is basically a visual novel. Not that I'd play like the traditional visual novels where it's like am I kawaii and ugu and like it's like I need an actual story. But yeah, I need the slower paced game that's not like run and gun and stuff.
What you're saying is you're like those people who buy like a RTX 4090 and then they play Dwarf Fortress.
Well, you do need it for that. I mean, because when they start enabling GPU acceleration for that game, it's going to look rad. No, pretty much, yeah.
You get that, the way you get people who like, the way your IT is like, oh, would this be good for browsing Facebook? Would this laptop be good for browsing Facebook? It's like, was it made in the last 20 years? Because I'm pretty sure every fucking laptop is good enough for browsing Facebook. I mean, what do you want from me?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's some laptops out there that are shit for browsing Facebook.
I mean, you got to ask yourself the question. I think that you got to shift the question. Is this laptop powerful enough to run Chrome? I think is the bigger question everyone wants to ask.
Exactly. And now the Edge is Chromium based and everything. It's getting tough times. And
I mean, you run like emulation or Docker or for your non-IT savvy people, you run like some really intense applications on your machine, and fucking Chrome comes along and chews up way more space, and you're like, how? I'm doing like intense computational, lots of memory intensive stuff. Why is looking at Facebook chewing up like 4 gigs of my RAM?
It's like that's why I put my Chrome in a Docker. It's like, what? Yeah. What are you doing?
But I mean that raises so many questions. How are you viewing your what are you doing?
No. It's currently for when we're recording this, the 22nd of December, and I've just been going shopping, just trying to get to find a few bits of food and stuff in for Christmas. But you know what I find funny about I don't know if it's in the UK, Darren, you can comment on this, but in Ireland, people go crazy at shopping for Christmas because the shops are closed for one day. And what they do is like, oh man, like I'm going to get Budweiser, or I'm going to get like some pints or Heineken and stuff like that. It's like, oh, but maybe I feel like a bit of whiskey. Oh, what happens if on Christmas Day I want whiskey and I don't have it, so I buy whiskey? It's like, oh, I might feel like a Malibu and Coke. And like they panic buy, like they buy fucking everything because they're afraid that for that 1 hour they're going to ruin Christmas because they don't got like Pringles prawn cocktail flavor,
Yeah, like, before you know it, there's 3 bottles of Baileys on the shelf for the next 4 years. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
No, it's similar over here. I went Christmas shopping today and I spent quite a substantially large amount of money. And I was in the same mentality. I was like, well, what do I want? I need like some Ferrero Rochers, but moms, I want this. And I was just buying, bits and bobs. However, I did like I did see like kind of a post about so over here we've got Wetherspoons. You get it in Ireland as well, but it's like a big massive chain of kind of pubs. So you do pub clubs, and basically the notification was that they're actually open on Christmas Day for several hours. Like if you want to come along and have a drink, right? And I was like, oh, that's a bit. And then I said I initially knee-jerk reaction was like, oh, that's a bit silly. And then I actually got down to actually thinking about it. I was like, well, actually, if you're like a student or you're actually lonely, like maybe going down to have a pint or even just a glass, or just to sit somewhere and be surrounded by other people. So that's one of the instances where I think, okay, yeah, that place being open on Christmas Day makes sense because you gotta socialize. We're creatures of habit.
Well, you are. I'm not.
I'm going back to my burrow right now, and nobody's going to talk to you.
I don't want to.
And Gandalf comes knocking on your door, wondering if you're wanting to
They want to know if you're going a
figurine.
big quest walk across the mountains, and you'd be like, "But what about the eagles, Gandalf?" And you'd be like, "No, no, no." You walk.
What about the eagles? I mean, what about them? Did they ever really explain that properly?
No, pretty. I know crossbows and stuff. You know, they could shoot them down.
Come on now, come on.
And we'll be right back after these short jingles because it is the season, and I forgot to mention this is supposedly a Christmas special.
Oh yeah.
Alas, it is the time. Gather around, hear some tales. It is the Christmas special. So, what is special in our world at Christmas? Is it gaming events? Is it movies? Have any of you watched Home Alone recently?
No, it's on to be recorded actually tomorrow night on OT1 because I don't have the movie stations, you know. So I have to have it. I have to have it with all the delicious OTE Irish ads in place. But no,
Instead of an hour and a half runtime, it's 3 hours because it's got all the ads.
yeah, exactly. And most of them ads are Guinness Arthur Day, you know, the snow is falling. Everyone knows that ad, you know. Every year Guinness does it. No, for me, Christmas is all about Life Day.
What?
Ooh, those damn Wookiees.
Connor, Life Day. Remember Life Day, Connor? Life Day.
Is this the Star Wars Christmas special again?
Yes, this is the Star Wars holiday special. Yes.
Yeah, you know where a Wookiee basically watches in VR a yeah.
I think it was something.
It was watching the girl being like, "Oh, do you want me to sing?" And it was all like really seductive. And it's like, why am I watching a Wookiee get off to this woman?
Yeah.
I feel like this was George Lucas's like smoking some pot or something like that, or he had some crack or something. He's like, and I can't believe everyone agreed to that.
You spent a bit too long in the creative room in that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like the theory. I think the theory generally goes is that if George Lucas works with someone else, it's really good because that other person's kind of like the, you know, it's like the U.S. government. There's got to be checks and balances with George Lucas. You got to, when it's just him by himself. For example, when he does like the Indiana Jones movies, you're like, what the fuck am I watching? Like the first three when he did it with like Steven Spielberg, you know.
Yeah,
they're fine. They were great. And then I think he did the fourth one and fifth one himself or something like that. And then you're just like, I don't want to watch this. Why am I here?
Yeah. What is it? Yeah.
It was awful. It was absolutely awful. Like, I mean, I think it's one of those things that like just happened and we let it happen and we didn't stop it. You know,
we weren't around to stop it. To be fair, right?
Yeah, but like the people at the time, they let it happen, and you know we all have to pay for it now.
So like everything else in the world, yeah, you're going to blame the boomer generation, yeah.
Yep, they fucked it up.
Yep, I mean they did fuck it up for the rest of us. Now we got to live in a world with Life Day is a thing. I've got something what Christmas means to me. Like, so every year, you know, you get the new Christmas toys, and we were like outside of this podcast. I probably mentioned to you, but I was looking in it. It's like Twister Air, and it's like they basically take the Twister game and but it's like in the air or something like that. I haven't really looked at the box, but I'm just like, why did they shove technology? And remember when this was a technology podcast? When they showed technology, like when they show technology in toys, it just make no sense why you shove technology in toys.
Well, there was a movie about it. I don't know. Do you remember what was the name of it?
Twister. No, about the tornadoes. This is different.
No, there was a movie called Small Soldiers where they put like really advanced computer chips into toys, and they were like, "No, this is a bad idea." And this game or this exec was like, "No, it's gonna be great." And then the toy, it was kind of like a parody, but yeah, the toys obviously go rogue and start trying to take over.
That would be cool, but they're just shoving fucking Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connect. I prefer them to start shoving Chat GPT into fucking everything. Like it's like you go up to your fridge and you'd be like, "What should I make for dinner?" And it's just like fuck off. It's like you're just like, Chat GPT, what are you doing?
I can't let you eat, Dave.
No, you go up to your fridge and you're like, can you tell me how to reverse a string in Python or something like that? And it's just like, ooh, my fridge going to help me with my programming homework.
I suppose maybe to wind back, so you're on about, it feels like some of the things you were sending across the other day where it was like, I don't know, it was almost like play Pictionary by yourself or whatever with an AI and stuff. It feels like these are ideas that people at the game companies came up with during the various lockdowns. And for some reason, even though we're kind of past that, they just kept developing the product, completely missed the window. But they're like, too far down the rabbit hole now. We may as well release it. And yeah, in stores now. Buy it this Christmas. Nothing says Christmas spirit more like, play Pictionary by yourself.
It's just awful, man. It's like when he started introducing. Didn't he introduce like technology and stuff into like Monopoly and stuff? Like there's a portable game, isn't there now? It's like it's like, oh yeah, wow, Monopoly shit at the best of times,
It's already an online version. It's called like Excel, isn't it?
Yeah. I want to play the real life version. We're all broke anyway, so fuck it,
Yeah, no, it's just like you see things either from your childhood or you just see things that are just like, technology for technology's sake. Like maybe not like it's not just specific to toys. It's like like if you're buying a present for any of us, we wouldn't buy each other toys, like maybe video games or something like that. But what I mean by like Daniel, if I bought you a meat thermometer or something like that,
Funny you should mention that. Actually, remember I sent you guys earlier. There's that Bluetooth wine, like an ice bucket for putting your wine into, but it has Bluetooth for playing music. Like why?
A speaker.
Yeah, it has a speaker, but it has Bluetooth, so you can play music on it. But like a wine bucket.
You can play romantic music as you deliver the wine bucket.
Yeah.
Delivered to what do you mean?
Delivered to who's delivering you wine buckets, man?
I don't know. I'm not classy enough to get wine bucket. I don't know how it's actually done.
Connor walks in with his rusty wine bucket.
He was out milking holding cows and then
holding his phone, playing Marvin Gaye. He's like, "Oh, I wish this was just all in one, easy to manage, like bucket, so that I didn't have to hold a phone
be more like
and a bucket."
Plastic bucket from the hardware store, half covered in cement or something. I put some water and ice in. Oh, this is romantic, isn't it? Oh no, I dropped my phone in there. If only the two were joined.
I want to play music.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, seriously, like some guy. I'm pretty sure like there's a 7-year-old sitting there. It's like, oh, like there's an ice bucket here to put my can of Coke in, but I want to play music as well at the same time. What do I do? And then it's just. No, it's technology for technology's sake. But you know what I don't like? I mentioned this before. I was at the shop the other day and I was looking for gravy for ages, and they didn't have it in the aisle that you think the gravy would have it. I don't get that. Like I was looking for turkey gravy. You only really get turkey gravy at Christmas, and they didn't have it in the fucking where all the sauces is or even like all the like noodles and stuff is. No, it was with the fucking milk. Fucking animals, uncultured animals.
Yeah,
and I won't name the Irish store that does it, but it rhymes with Mum's and Mum's store. Yeah, that's what we'll call
it. What are you fucking doing putting your gravy next to your milk? Don't you know that's just bad form?
Because I was at the end of the same while with milk, and it's kind of like I don't get it. I about 10 minutes of my life gone, and I'm such an introvert. I didn't want to ask anyone. So
I'm just picturing like an episode of fucking South Park where like Randy's just walking down and he's like, "Gravy? Where's the gravy? I need the gravy. Do you know where the gravy is?"
No, I didn't want to ask anyone. I'm that much of an introvert. I didn't want to ask.
Oh no, it's really funny. In a supermarket that's kind of popular over here, Ryan's with Mazda. Basically, what they always rearranging stuff. So it's funny because you're standing there where the cooked chicken should be or something like that, or and you're standing and you're looking around really confused, and a staff member's just looking really fed up with himself. He's like, "What are you looking for?" And you're like, because they actually come up to you because they just see like a load of confused people standing looking at the wrong aisle, going, "Oh, we're all like lemons basically." And then it's like it's over. It's one aisle over. We all just huddle together in a penguin format, going, and then we get there and we all just like it. I don't know why they keep changing it. Why do you
actually?
Why?
They do. I do know why. It's because it's more of it. You're more likely to go down aisles you weren't gone down before, and then you start going, "Oh, I'll pick up that. I see that." So it's more impulse buying if you smooth stuff around.
They spend millions and millions on this each year. They put all the useful stuff is always purposely put in the furthest corner of the shop, so that you have to walk past all the stuff that you'll be tempted to go, sure, while I'm here, I'll pick up that chocolate bar. Sure, while I'm here, I'll grab this. So they'll always, they know, you probably need the gravy, so they're going to put that beside, I don't know, something in the dairy aisle maybe that you didn't need, in the hopes that you'll go, oh.
Did you need milk?
Christmas, you need all that whipped cream and stuff as well.
Creme fraiche, hello fresh. You know what I mean? All the creme fraiche. No,
but like, does that work also for like gadget storage? You walk in, you're like, oh, PS5. I'm just gonna. I think I'd like to pick up. He's like, instead of picking up a chocolate bag, I'm gonna pick up this PS5, and you're like, hey, weren't you meant to get like fucking where's my Bluetooth ice bucket, Darren? And I'm like, oh, sorry, I picked up a PS5 instead.
Yeah, but you joke about that. That's literally I don't know if it's an official term, but that's the Lidl effect. So for those of listeners maybe who are not from Europe, so Lidl is a German retailer, prolific across Europe, but they have this famous section called the middle aisle.
Mm.
Daniel, the middle aisle.
I love the middle aisle in Lidl, and Aldi as well. Aldi do the middle aisle as
well.
Aldi
do good middle aisles. But it's in America now. They are in America, so American audience will know about Lidl. They have Lidl. But the middle aisle, do you remember like Thursday mornings when it would just be like you'd get out your brass knuckles and you'd get out your fucking like I don't know, stick or something, and you'd.
When Lidl first came over, the queue out the door on a Thursday morning, right? And it's always old biddies, all just standing there and just waiting to get the good deals. Do you just want to? do you want that that laundry basket? That like you know what I mean?
Fuck the laundry basket. You go in for bread and milk and you come out with a chainsaw. That's kind of place Lidl is,
Man, well, maybe Connor just I think Connor gets back and his wife is like, "Where's the bread and cheese? Why have you got a chainsaw?"
That's exactly what happens. It's like, where's the exact thing I asked you to get? I don't know, but I got a chainsaw.
Jason X origin story right there, Connor. Jason X origin story.
You started off with a little trip.
Well, I have a question for you guys. What was the most memorable toy you got, or memorable gift you got for Christmas?
I know Daniel's one.
What is it going to be?
Who's going to go first then on this?
Well, there's. I think I can guess two for Daniel. It's either the PlayStation 1 that we got, or it's the Mr. Slushy.
No, it wasn't Mr. Slushy.
Yeah.
It was Mr. Frosty. Mr. Frosty.
Oh, Mr. Frosty. See.
Mr. Frosty was
point. Proven
cultural icon. Okay, he's part of history.
Did he actually work?
I don't remember. I don't remember work. I just remember opening the gift. I don't know what happened to him.
I think my parents probably chucked it out because we were trying to make him fucking. It's like we can't live off like these slush puppies all day. I need nourishment. I need protein and carbohydrate. All my son is giving me is fucking slushies every day.
Do you know what was my worst? I'll actually just off topic thing. My worst gift was I actually bought myself, and it was I think it was called Eye of Judgment for the PlayStation 3. You got the eye camera, and you got the cards, and the cards were augmented reality. That was the worst fucking toy I ever bought myself.
And you bought the eye toy, so
yeah, for the PlayStation 2, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was horrible.
Yeah, it worked, but it was horrible. It worked though.
I mean, no, you could just walk fucking up to the screen and just go jiggy jiggy jiggy.
Yeah, but you do any same thing with the Nintendo Waggle. You could just waggle it on the floor. Like you didn't have to actually play your normal properly. It was just.
I don't know. Mario Tennis being the primary. Oh no, boxing! Boxing is hilarious. Yeah. You're just like swinging. You're just swinging in the circle like a helicopter.
Or didn't we do the running challenge at one stage, and someone was doing proper jogging on the spot, and the other person was just sat on the couch waggling their ball?
Yeah. All right, I'll go first. I suppose my favorite gift was actually. My Xbox 360 broke, and I didn't even I said I wanted a new one, but I said no, I couldn't afford it and stuff like that. And then on Christmas morning, my wife actually got me a new one, so I was very happy because I gave up because I couldn't get it, and she got it for me. So that was a nice gift when Xbox 360 was a thing.
Ooh,
so
nice.
you guys go.
Sure, I'll jump in. So mine was probably when I was younger. I got a Hornby railway set.
Hornby.
I like trains. It's like little electrified railway, like little model railway.
They're cool.
I still have it actually. It's up in the attic.
How old were you when you got that?
I was probably around 10 or 11 when I got that. So
when you were 10 or 11, you were a middle-aged man, were you?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was living the dream. Me and my friends getting our Hornby railways. Comparing. Oh, have you got the 00 gauge train? Yeah, you've only got the basic carriages. I've got the deluxe long carriages.
My mom lets me eat 2 hot dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So no, I still have a lot of it. I think the only problem was it would have been very expensive hobby and space consuming is obviously an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am a bit of a train nerd. I still would get it out from time to time. I will.
What's your favorite Irish rail fleet then? If you're such a train nerd, huh? Yeah. Now there you go.
I like the orange ones.
Yeah. Fuck
with
you.
the asbestos brakes.
Darren, what was yours?
Yeah, probably getting the PlayStation 1 or like I don't think it was like, I think actually the one that I had the most fun with, it was like we got like Dynasty Warriors or something one Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Dynasty Warriors game? Yeah, we got it for like PlayStation 2. And that was a lot of fun because
Dynasty Warriors?
Dynasty, fucking English semantics, it depends on your dialect, I guess. But the
English dialect.
Yeah, no, but people pronounce things different. Pronounce or pronounce.
I'm joking.
But yeah, no, it was just because large scale battles and stuff like that. But when you remember the year that we got ourselves the Xbox 360, and we got it like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before Christmas because that's when it first came out. We got the Xbox 360. And we were going to save it for Christmas, and I remember our dad was just like, "Why don't you just fucking play it now? You just you want to." And I'm just like, "Yeah." So that was a Christmas present that I basically just got myself early.
Yeah, we got Call of Duty 2 with it, and
Cameo.
Oh, Cameo was a good game. Like what was it? 300 units on screen. At that, it wasn't in 1999. Where it was 300 units on screen or something.
Yeah, it was quite a lot. It was a couple of hundred units. Yeah, it definitely that like large. I love my large scale battles. I do like them.
Yeah.
The early 360 had a few good releases, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Had amazing release line, but Call of Duty 2 would have been the best because remember there was like the Normandy. It started off with like Normandy, or in the game had Normandy. An amazing campaign.
Unfortunately, they fucked the netcode for the first like 6 months or 3 months, if you remember.
Yeah.
Whoever was if you got into a room and you were the first person in the room, you automatically host rather than kind of automatically deciding based on kind of several factors who has the best connection. So every time we got into a room, we were the first person. You'd have to rejoin matchmaking, and then you get into a room and someone's like, every time you joined the room, you had to ask the person, "Do you have a good connection?" And they're like, "No." And like, "Yeah, it's pretty good. Can you host this? You can host this game." Like, "Why would I host this game?" No, and you'd have to explain fucking netcode and every game you played. You have to explain. It's like, no, leave. Like, are you sure you have a good connection? Oh yeah, it's okay. I got like 2 megs, and then you just leave the game because you can't just tell the person to fuck off. Fuck off for like 5 minutes. Rejoin.
Actually, a few Christmases after that, I remember I got myself, and this was a lovely. This is a game I played. I got it for Christmas. Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a fucking beautiful game. I fucking love. They should bring back Guitar Hero.
Isn't it? It's still a thing, isn't it?
No,
they kind of it is dead. Yeah, I remember, didn't they try and make some weird DJ game, and then they sold off the company to make it, and they tried something else, and it didn't. Yeah. The genre kind of died a bit.
It's like now the most popular thing is literally Rocksmith, which is an actual real guitar you need, which is good as well. Like if you want to learn a real guitar, it's actually impressive. But definitely, I don't want to learn a real guitar. I want to smash buttons, Yeah, no, God, Christmas.
So just while we're on the topic of games, do you remember? I don't know, maybe shows the age, but winter events in maybe MMOs or online games, where they do like Christmas themed events and that kind of thing. Well, what's your thoughts? Did you ever engage in any? Or I know, for example, in GTA 5, they cover the map in snow for Christmas Day and Stephen's Day, and no one can drive, and everyone, it's mass carnage with people trying to drive around the map. But I suppose, what are your memories of Christmas events?
My one was actually when I got the PlayStation 4, because one of the free games that you could download with it was actually DC Universe Online, and it was the Christmas event in it, so everything was like Christmas trees everywhere and stuff. It's actually fairly good, and it was free. Other than that, it was Dungeon Defenders. I think it was Dungeon Defenders. Yeah, where you
Yeah, it
play
was
the
Dungeons and
characters.
Dragons.
That was a good Christmas event because there was a few maps where you had to defend like Christmas trees and stuff, and then the nutcrackers would come, and it was painfully awful because you did keep taking away your stuff, but that was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, I think MMOs definitely, World of Warcraft being the most prominent one, where you have kind of, the Christmas trees in the cities and stuff like that, and you'll have specific events related maybe around Santa Claus or something like that, where you'd have that. Yeah, as long as you do it right, and you have to really do it right. You can't just fucking just shove Christmas down your face. Like, you have to give people the opportunity to do it, but also like the ability to just play the MMO normally.
Yeah, well, I know. Well, you talk about shoving it in your face, and maybe this is an example. I don't know what your thoughts are. So, Killing Floor and Killing Floor 2. So not MMO, kind of multiplayer, but they turn all their monsters into like gorish versions of Santa and the Nutcracker, Gingerbread Man. It's a bit nuts, but it kind of works in a weird kind of way.
It does very well. I like that. I love that. I think it's
yeah, and things are presents and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I suppose for anyone who's not played Killing Floor, I suppose, would you call it a horde shooter? Is it? It's kind of wave-based, kind of horde shooter. So enemies kind of come at you. There's boss enemies, that kind of thing. So you have to survive the round. And the idea is to kind of survive until the end of the match. But yeah, progressively more bosses. But yeah, they started skinning tons of the bosses with gingerbread men and all sorts of horrifying creatures, little elves. And I suppose another one, I would have engaged with in the past would have been, I suppose, Guild Wars 2. Do again something where, they have massive snowball fights and, their own. One of the things, they used to do a lot of jumping puzzles and stuff in Guild Wars 2, which was really cool. I don't know, especially if you're into Counter-Strike XE maps or anything like that. Guild Wars did quite a few of those. So
there's like 50 people in the world for XE maps that know about it, and probably we don't even have one listener, so I highly doubt that the people, when they do listen to this, won't be XE fans. But yeah, sure, why not?
You never know. Yeah, we'll have to. Well, do you know what? Coming soon to YouTube, Daniel's going to do a special on XE maps.
Oh man, you might get carpal tunnel syndrome. Oh man, carpal tunnel. No, I hate them. My fingers.
Like Mr. Beast video, you'd be like hour 8, and you'd be like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, man.
Yeah, the map would just rotate by the time you get to even close to the top, and you just rage quit.
Is there any encounter that you ever really hated? I suppose just on that.
In regards to Christmas
or any kind of seasonal events, I suppose, that you come up against in games where, like, because you raised the point there, Darren, where you're like, sometimes you've played something, you're like, oh my god, I just want to play the game. Have you ever found that you've been like essentially blocked from something?
No.
Good talk.
Not necessarily, but like maybe a bit like over the top. Like there's times when we played, like maybe when we were trialing out at different MMOs and it was close to Christmas. Like I think Fly for Fun, I think one year we played it. We all played it, and they shoved Christmas down the throat. It was like just snow everywhere, and you're just like, I want to just see something. Like I don't want to just see white everywhere.
That's your fault for playing Fly for Fun in the first place. I mean, at the best of times.
Yeah, I mean, it depends.
Your answer is no, Dad. Your answer is no, not at all.
Yeah,
never. Yes, we don't play games anymore.
I think it depends. Like if the seasonal event involves something that you get something that's going to really just piss off people, like when the seasonal event ends and it's like, oh, you can get this really cool kick-ass thing that's only available for like 2 days around Halloween or something like that, and if you don't get it, you're kind of just like, missing out and stuff like that.
Like a sound effect that constantly plays whenever you're running around. So anytime you're in proximity to anyone, they just constantly hear it.
Yeah.
What about Christmas movies? Have you been watching any? Do you plan to watch any? What's your thoughts on Christmas movies?
I love them. I really love them.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Despite
even if the director said that it's not, like it's technically not even up to him. That might not be his intention, but that's what he fucking did. Like I never see Die Hard 1 until Christmas time, like even being aired or anywhere. it's considered a Christmas movie because there's Christmas elements in it, and people are like, but that doesn't necessarily make a Christmas movie. And it's like, it does. It kind of does. If your movie centered around mostly around a certain holiday, it's going to be categorized as that kind of a movie.
Yeah.
Ho ho ho! Now I have a machine gun. Yeah, you even read it in your script there, man. Come on.
Yeah, no, I love Christmas movies. There's some that are good, but certain types of Christmas movies, if you know what I mean. And I'm kind of
Hallmark.
finding fuck Hallmark, man. Like, I mean, they're do you know the term Zergrush? It's like they do that with Christmas movies. Like they just keep churning them, and they're just like,
Yeah.
you know, like that. I think you mentioned it before now in ChatGPT. I'm pretty sure they just go and go write me a Hallmark movie, please, and fucking screws out crap.
I mean, because it's always the same kind of thing. It's like, I'm a busy, working, sadly successful businesswoman, and I'm going to go to random Christmas tree selling town that sells only Christmas trees, where my high school flannel shirt wearing fucking sweetheart is there, and he's going to convince me that work isn't everything. So I'm going to leave my career. I'm going to abandon hope, all you who enter, and stay in fuckton like Christmas Town, USA. And it's just like, and my highly successful boyfriend who kind of skipped out on meeting my parents because he's closing a £5 million deal that will kind of like set us up for life. Now I'm going to leave him for flannel shirt wearing man.
Yeah, but don't forget that Flyheim guy will turn up in Act 3 just to add a bit more tension.
Yeah,
before
he
she
does.
decides
Yeah,
to go. And it's like, oh, fuck you. I don't like you. Asshole.
it is. That's how it works. Yeah.
Are you two secretly writers for the Hallmark movie channel? Are you?
I'm not joking. Like, Netflix has just gone insane with Hallmark movies. It's like, stop it. Like, I'll give you some names, okay? Just because, like, The Christmas House, Christmas at the Plaza, 5-Star Christmas, Hall Out of Holly, Right Before Christmas, A Princess for Christmas, Christmas Under Wraps. It's like, stop it, Hallmark. Stop it. It's already dead. Yeah, fucking yeah. But I do enjoy some nice, like, proper Christmas movies, like, like God. Well, okay, here's one for you. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Are you asking, is it a Christmas movie or is it a good movie?
Is it a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie?
Christmas
I think it's a November movie.
Yeah, I think I love it. I think it's a great movie. But yeah, it's definitely a Christmas movie with just some like Halloween elements more than anything.
So do you know A Christmas Carol? It's a very popular story. It's a timeless tale, Charles Dickens and all that. What do you think is the best adaptation of A Christmas Carol?
The Muppets. Like, there's
no yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
Like,
that's the answer I was hoping for.
Yeah, like anything the Muppets do is just instantly better. You know what I mean? It's just I know. Like recently, like when we were kids, Muppets were like everything they did was just gold. Now lately, like their TV series and stuff just get cancelled and all that kind of stuff, which it's kind of bad. Like I miss it, but fucking the Muppets Christmas Carol is just genius.
The one with Michael Caine in it, yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Amazing. Well, back to Michael Caine, you can't go wrong with him.
Definitely.
But like, there's ones like even the bad ones I kind of don't mind. I kind of sit down and enjoy, like, you know what I mean. Like there's one with like Ben Still, not Ben Stiller, sorry, what's his name? Ben Affleck, yeah. Surviving Christmas, like it was a really crummy one, but like it's nice. Hey, watch it. It had Christina Applegate. You just like sit down and enjoy,
You just like the homely feel.
Cuddle up, nice warm fire, fluffy pajamas on, it's nice and cozy.
And yeah, I agree that Muppets Christmas Carol is like the de facto kind of it's just a de facto Christmas Carol. Like the Mickey Mouse one is shy. It's
what was the do you know the way there's that trope at Christmas? I can't remember the type of trope. It probably originated from wherever, but where you buy someone a gift by selling something and they buy you a gift by selling something, but they buy it for each other for like something that they don't need. Like, you know what I mean?
Like regifting or something.
No.
There's a trope at Christmas. Like for the example would be that like I cut my hair to get you, let's say, something for like a how would I describe it? I cut my hair and give you a present, but you do something and buy me a comb for my hair because I did it because, like, I love my hair.
So you cut your hair to look fabulous for me, is what you're
No,
saying. But
no,
then I buy you a comb so you can comb your hair to look
yeah.
fabulous for me. Is
Well,
that what you're saying?
no. What was it like in Mickey Mouse? Like he had let's say a harmonica, but he sold the harmonica to buy his girlfriend the present for, let's say, her hair, like a bow for her hair, and she cut her hair to buy a case for his harmonica, and it's that trope.
Yeah, it's basically like the gift that you give the other person was for the reason was actually sold so that person can get you a gift. It's a common trope from years and years ago
I
where
hate that
like
trope.
and like
I fucking hate that.
yeah, I fucking hate that. It's so yeah, it's really annoying, that kind of trope, because it's kind of like, if you really love someone, you'll sell your worldly possessions to get them like the. And it's like, no, if you don't have, like, for anyone listening out there, if you don't have money, don't put yourself in debt. Just
But see,
it's a thought that
there's a key insight here. A lot of people would have you believe, mobile phones mean no one talks to each other anymore. That's key proof that even back in the day, no one talked to each other. They just did shit.
Yeah, I'm going to circle around it. Everything's going to have, like, Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connected.
You know what? Like, it's always the same thing asked at every Christmas. Like, it's the whole "Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?" Do you know what the other thing that's always asked every Christmas? Do you know what? Like, everyone asks the same thing. It's about a movie. Do you know any common movie asks that people always ask every Christmas? I'll give you one. Right? I did one. I'm leaning towards.
Is Home Alone violent? Yes.
No. Well, yes, that's one of them. But Home Alone. What was the father's job? For him to be able to afford that house and to afford to go to Paris on Christmas Day and afford it for 9 people. Like, what did he work as? And
He was obviously an investor who just laid off 1,000 people. That must be what he did.
That's the 2023 version. No, I'm more talking about. I'd say he's more of a drug dealer, and that's why the wet bandit stole. That street.
That's why I think Pablo Escobar's contact in North America. Yeah.
Yeah, some people, that's what the common running theory is, that first of all, it's like, oh, he's a mobster. The second one is like, oh, it was the 90s. He could, and it's like, no, even the house and the flights, and like, you wouldn't be able to. He's not like a standard middle income in the 90s. No, it definitely was.
I just love the delusion that they try and present it as middle income, but it's clearly not. Like,
no, it was, but now the disparity, and with inflation not increasing steadily for middle and low incomes, that's
we're just happy to have a breadstick for Christmas dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, like we're the what's it? Not the Tiny Tim's family from Christmas Carol. That's what we are. We just, can we have the day off? And Scrooge like yes, you can have one day off unpaid. Thank you, good sir. Thank you.
Well, in theory, he actually had to do that. I said, so this is what I love about, like, just being on Reddit randomly. So, like, there was a popular subreddit that was called Ask Historian. Like Ask Historians, and the question was actually put as like, why did Scrooge allow the person off on Christmas Day? And the answer was because he actually legally had to, because then he talks about the law at the time. So Charles Dickens knew the law and stuff like that, because Charles Dickens' own father was actually done for breaking the law, where you'd have to let the kid off on certain like you'd have to let people off on certain holidays and stuff like that, because yeah. So it actually is like, there's actually a reason behind why Ebenezer Scrooge did that.
So what you're saying is that when was Charles Dickens written? Like, when was he born?
Late 1800s, I think, was it?
So
yeah.
In the late 1800s have better labor laws than America does now. Is that what you're saying, Darren?
That's a great Christmas message there, Darren.
Yeah. No, that's not what I was getting at. I didn't even mention it. You're mentioning it's based in the UK, you dipshit.
I'm just saying, like, the late 1800s had better labor laws than now in America. That's all.
Yeah, if that's what you believe, yeah. If you're a member of the United States, no.
So I have a question though about Christmas dinner. What's that? What does that look like in your households? What's the recommended, like, have to haves, and then the should haves, and then the want, like, it'd be nice to have, but you're not too bothered if you don't have? What's the kind of treat tier list?
I think there's only one thing I can agree with you all, because my list is going to diverge from both of you, and that's probably roast potatoes.
Yeah, but like, see, my roast potatoes have to be goose fat roast potatoes. So
Yeah, goose fat roast
Uh,
potatoes.
no, I
They're really nice.
use rapeseed oil. So
no,
No,
it has to be goose fat. It
no,
has to
this
be
is gonna
goose
burn
oh,
fat.
burn it. If you get the right temperature, like come on.
No, yeah, well, you get the right temperature. Any temperature is working nice for goose fat potatoes.
Yeah, you just fucking slather fucking
You kind of
coconut
like,
oil
even
on
when you eat
it.
vegetable, you have to slather the like
It's
fat.
like, can you eat a vegetable just as no, no, just cover it in a bird.
Right, okay. So you have to have roast potatoes, okay? So, but what else do you have to have, Connor? Or what or are you moving on to want? You know,
No, I
It's
kind
just
of
the centerpiece is just a roast potato. Is that?
yeah, just potato. That's all I have. No, I usually make spanakopita, which I think I've mentioned before. It's a Greek phyllo, spinach, and feta cheese pie.
nice. Does your
Yeah.
partner eat meat?
She'll make herself a chicken or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
That's romantic, yeah. And then maybe a kind of a pastry roll, so kind of a cashew and kind of stuff and kind of pastry roll.
Nice. What?
Kind of
Okay. So what's your starter look like? Your starter. We go from the beginning. What's your starters?
no, it depends on the year what I'm making. Like it could
Christmas.
go,
It's Christmas. The year. Christmas
yeah,
year. Christmas.
yeah.
That time of year.
No,
The year is Christmas. The day 0 AD.
okay. Here's the thing. I don't really do starters.
Oh my God! What's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, I kind of more do like a load of little dishes on the table, and then you just take like a bit of each, and then yeah, bit
That's
of
just family style.
spanakopita.
Oh, Darren, this
Yeah.
heathen.
No, he's doing family style, but I mean,
Yeah.
but you just do it your dinner. You're not doing like a start.
he's not
So
doing
he's
a
like
start.
your little bits and pieces is dinner.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what's your
but
dinner?
we'll set it out all nice and all, like, but yeah, you'll have
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I thought it was garbage. You just threw in the garbage and let everyone eat out of it. Sorry, my apologies. No, okay. What does your dinner look like? Okay, yeah, you don't do a starter because you do kind of like a what you call it again?
Family style, tapas family style.
Tapas. Yes, tapas family
yeah.
style. Perfect. Down to it. Okay, so what's this Christmas? What does tapas look like?
All right. Well, I'll probably go off on a bit of a tangent, so I'll probably make onion bhajis.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
I'll start maybe some kind of breaded mushroom or something as well.
Mm.
So that kind of stuff, kind of easy to pick up a little, maybe a mint dipping sauce or something else to go with. Mains will be typically roasties, maybe a spanakopita, kind of a pastry roll, maybe done with a kind of red wine jus, which is kind of like a kind of a gravy, yeah. Something like that, and then and then desserts. I don't know, usually too full, but at that stage maybe a bit of Christmas cake, Christmas pudding. Keep it kind of traditional, bit of custard. Lovely jubbly, away you go, and then half a selection box down the couch later.
I like it. Okay, Darren, your starters. What does it look like?
Yeah. So this year, I did get myself a soup maker. So like it's a small soup maker, but you just chop veg in and you can whip up a soup and all that. But I'm actually not going to do it for Christmas Day because I'm going to do a salad this year. Except because my daughter's like really young and it's kind of like all over the place with things. We're going to just give her a deconstructed, so like a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of croutons, a little bit of everything, just so she can pick and choose what she likes and stuff like that, rather than bunging it all together and then she takes one bite of one thing and just thinks the whole thing is not good. So that kind of gives us her the flexibility. But in terms of kind of the main ham soaked cider, so I'm getting a small one this year. Nothing too big, but next year I'll probably get something like the slightly bigger and actually do crackle. I'm going to avoid doing the crackle this year just because my daughter's at that stage where she's like, if she sees us eating something, she will definitely want it and stuff like that. And it's kind of crackle can be chewy or tough depending on how you kind of make it and stuff. So we're kind of just going to avoid that this year. But in terms of kind of the rest of it, we always include like a nut roast. So we've got a nut roast to do. Kind of as well, and then we've got your standard kind of veg. We've got potatoes. I couldn't find any goose fat potatoes, so I'm gonna have to go out again to look for them. But I just have normal potatoes, but parsnips and carrots. And what I normally do with the parsnips and carrots, and my wife loves them, is just kind of like like coat them in oil and stuff like that, and leave them sitting for a while, and then you cook them on really low, so it actually gets really nice and they taste a bit kind of. You gotta cook them on low because if you cook them on high, they just end up burning anyway. But if you cook them on low, they'll heat through, and then they're nice and kind of, they don't get hard or chewier and stuff like that. They're actually nice and soft. So I've got, that's kind of the main. My wife has a tradition where she just gets puff pastry and then she just makes pastry shapes out of them. So you just get little like pastry shapes and you pour gravy on them and you're just eating like bits of pastry and stuff like that. But they're shaped like, you know, a triangle or a person or a star or something like that. And then you know, your standard pigs and blankets, your stuffings and stuff like that, all those kind of things is kind of, you know, exactly what we have. And then after that is dessert. We kind of, you know, sometimes it depends on kind of what we're feeling that year. One year might be a trifle, one year could be kind of maybe a cake, like a cake. With this year, we're going with like profiteroles. So you can buy like a pyramid shape of profiteroles, and you just get like, you'll heat up a bit of like chocolate and water, so it becomes like all like nice and smooth, and then you sprinkle it over the top, so like it's like a volcano of chocolate going down the profiteroles. So my daughter's going to be up till 3 a.m. It's going to be great. Yourself?
Yeah, so for my starters, it's like yourself, a salad, Caesar salad, so croutons, bacon, cherry tomatoes, lettuce, Caesar
Have
dressing.
vegetables on its own, no?
Huh? No, it has to have meat in my salad. Bacon, lardons, chicken, cherry tomatoes, lettuce, Caesar dressing, croutons, the whole shebang. For dinner, it's going to be turkey, obviously, and ham. It's going to be like stuffing, turkey gravy, not the regular gravy. It has to be turkey gravy.
Yeah.
And then it's like obviously the usual stuff, like, you know, the parsnips and carrots. I do what I do with my parsnips and carrots and stuff like that. It's like I roast them, and I like honey glaze them as well. So like they're nice and sweet, you know, a bit something different. And then dessert is banoffee pie. So your digestive biscuits, your caramel, your bananas, we're doing Bailey's cream instead of just normal cream this year. So there's going to be Bailey's cream on top of it, and then buy a Cadbury's flake and sprinkle it on. So yeah.
And you make that yourself, like from scratch?
Yeah.
Oh, gotta give me the recipe. You know, you do the whole backstory. You know, like it's like when I was 5 years old, like a banoffee salesman killed my fat. You know, you gotta give me the whole spiel. Like I want to see love in that.
Yeah, I can't stand those cooking fucking articles and stuff like that. I have a question.
It all goes back to when I was in college and Connor tried to make caramel in my pan and he destroyed my only spoon.
No, yeah, I had like.
Therefore, I learned how to make it properly, and I made banoffee pie.
Just for our listeners, I lived in an apartment that was like, you know, in college. It was just me living in an apartment. Connor came down, it was all fine. But like, what happened was Connor like made caramel, and I had only one spoon at the time. You know, college student and stuff, and the spoon.
we had the communal spoon. So I was so destitute. We had to share the communal spoon.
What happened?
I'd have my cereal, and I'd want sugar for my tea, so I'd have to use the communal.
I had to. So Connor did a thing, and the next morning, like the apartment was cold as well. So the next morning, like we didn't clean it off. Like he did some caramel and stuff, but the next morning the caramel was infused to the spoon. Like no one could get it off. I'm not even joking. We all tried, and I had to throw out my only spoon, communal spoon.
It was actually it was attached to the pot as well. So when you lifted up the spoon, the pot would come with it. So you had to check out the pot and the spoon together, because it was just like like we kept joking that when you get a cat, we'll just, you know, Connor will make caramel and the cat would just stick to it and maybe forever fused to the pot.
Good times.
Yeah.
So do you know how to make caramel now, Connor?
I do, yeah. I think I got the sugar ratio wrong that day.
Yeah,
plus the temperatures didn't help either.
No, that apartment was fucking very cold. Like
no, but and also I think what actually happened is Connor made the caramel, because I was there. I was actually including me.
Oh yeah, this is hilarious. Anyway. But Daniel wasn't even there.
Yeah.
We just crashed.
I wasn't even there, but we just crashed and had like. But because we were having like a game night and it was all fun and stuff like that, Connor made the caramel, and then we kind of just left it there and walked off and just had drinks and played games, and we fell asleep. And when we woke up in the morning, it was just like, oh no, Daniel's communal spoon.
And there's only saucepan as well. Oh no,
there's only saucepan. Yeah,
he's gonna starve.
It wasn't even my spoon. It was there when I moved in, you know. So
your landlord's only spoon. Yeah.
And then what happened 3 months later? COVID-19. No.
That was well beforehand.
Okay, so we've discussed a lot about Christmas and our plans for the Christmas. So I think this is usually the bit where we'll thank our listeners for tuning in over the Christmas. You know, we're just like an online MMO event. We're there for you when you need us, just like the Weatherspoons open on Christmas Day. We're there for you when you need us.
We're like Nanny McPhee, are we? Are we? Yeah, we're there when you need us, but when you want us, we won't be there. You know what I mean?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, we've really long terms and conditions where we won't actually show up for anything. But
Oh wait, is this the outro, Connor? Is it?
yeah, well, we've done this in too long form of recording now, so we might as well go for the outro now.
Oh, okay.
What's your hopes and dreams for the new year? Because, you know, realistically, it'll probably already be 2024 by the time we get this fucking thing uploaded.
Well, I know for a fact for Darren's episode that was supposed to be released 12 weeks ago. It'll be 2024. So yeah, sure, why not?
I'll get it up.
We're
gonna have to release a quick episodes in succession.
I remember in the last episode, my episode that I did, Darren was like, "I'll fucking edit it tonight, and I'll show you. I'll show ye." And yeah, here we are. Like what? 3 weeks later, a week later, 2 weeks.
I've been busy.
Darren's New Year's resolution is, you know, episodes will come within 3 months. What's yours, Daniel?
Oh yeah, what is there? Like, are we going to have a New Year special maybe before New Year? Maybe.
Well, we can try.
Well, we'll keep it for that. We'll keep the New Year special bar Darren's home, which we know will be do podcast in 3 months.
Well, see if we do it as one long segment, it's a lot easier to, you know, because I don't have to worry about like the you know, songs and the music and all that kind of stuff.
No, but are we doing? So wait, what's this, Darren?
We're doing a New Year's. Yeah, we'll do a New Year's tomorrow, and I'll have it ready in like
Darren's New Year one. Okay, so your New Year's one is you don't have to edit, and you just release as is. Fine, great, fan-fucking-tastic. You'll still take.
No, we're not doing New Year's resolution. We'll do it when I do the episode. We'll do the episode like tomorrow. It'll be like.
Oh, so oh yeah, I forgot Darren's the next. Well, sorry, listeners. The next, by Darren's the next host. I mean, when Darren releases his next episode, he will be the host. If you catch my drift, because
it might be released out of order at this stage.
Yeah, like New Year's will be at Easter. Yeah, sure.
Well, we'll release episodes in rapid succession. I'll get my episode up. Connor, you release your episode on Christmas Day, and call it the Christmas special, and then
I'll find some nice jingles to go with it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Like Donald Trump in Home Alone 2. It's gonna be great.
Did you know that Donald Trump is the only actor in Home Alone 2 that has ever been indicted?
4 times I hear. No. Yeah.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas to wherever you are in the world listening in. Although from our analytics, it seems to be mainly Belgium, occasionally America.
One of my friends actually based in the UK said he said he likes the podcast, but he finds it hard to differentiate me and Darren. So what I was thinking about doing was before every time we talk, we just say Daniel here, and then I'll just start talking. So that's Darren laughing, in case anyone wondered.
Right. So what I'll do is next time I'm in the editing booth, I'll give you both your own sound effects. So right before you both speak, you'll get your own little chime. How about that?
It's like Pablo's conditioning. Like every time you play, I'm like, "Ooh, Daniel here. Yeah, that's me." Yeah.
So he thinks it's just someone who's got a certain disorder, should we say, talking to themselves. Different people.
Someone who has a disorder, one part of it is someone has a multiple personality. One personality edits on time, and the other one doesn't edit on time. That's the multiple personality.
Well, we wish you a Merry. Are we even allowed to say Merry Christmas?
Happy holidays, everyone. I'm going to be a bit more inclusive than Connor. Connor just cares about those Christmas.
Okay. I hear we're bigots now, Connor. Is that the?
I heard you're a racist.
Is that the official virtually redundant statement?
Okay, right.
Here's more Connor racism.
Here's a fun fact, right? So the 25th of December was commandeered by certain religious orders who shall not be named. It was actually originally a pagan festival to do with the solstice. So there we go. It was traditionally an Irish/North European kind of pagan festival that was commandeered. So
Happy Pagan Fest, everyone.
Happy Solstice Day. Yeah, even though that was yesterday, or that was
What
a few
about the
days
people
ago.
who don't believe in sauces?
Hey, the flat earthers. I don't know. Believe whatever you want to believe. That's the message. Happy whatever you believe. Goodbye.
Happy holiday.